Hi everyone, welcome back to Fortnite Hub. Today we're looking at some more of this Chapter 3 stuff happening right now. Fortnite Uncover the Island, Flip Your World, and a new one will be revealed. We've already had a look at the first 10% of this island on this channel. Make sure to check this channel out for more of that content if you would like to. But in this video I want to go over the Battle Pass trailer because it has, unfortunately, it was leaked. I don't know when it was leaked, I don't know, about 12 hours ago, so around that time. This, of course, is going to be a spoil video, so if you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch this video. I can't make it more clear than that. Do not watch this video, click off it, and, come back to the channel once everything is out. Having said that, let's get into what we see right here. Already we're starting off with the first frame being 1, 2, 3, 4 characters around a campfire. So campfires are definitely in the game. Of course, this is a character. Could be wrong here. Please do tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like that's a new character. I'm not sure, though. Let's continue. Okay, so now we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters sitting around on wood, it looks like, and a couple of rocks, essentially patiently just around the campfire. And then it actually pans out very fast to an island. So it seems like we already have some islands happening here. Of course, we have the standard palm trees. These look like the similar assets to what we already have in Fortnite Chapter 2. We keep moving out, we of course then see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 islands right here. This actually already has Chapter 2 vibes, I feel like. It's not the same jump in graphics and difference in graphics that we saw from Chapter 1 to Chapter 2 so far. I also see an island in the background right there. I wonder what's going on there. And then if we, okay, gosh, so this camera is panning really fast. Already we see a dock right here, we see a building right here, which of course you could probably loot and get some brick from there. And we also have a castle right here that reminds me of the castle roughly around where you are when you are in, when you go to Believer Beach. And then of course we go here, and this again straight away actually makes me think a little bit of, not the same thing of, but a little bit of a Tilted, right? We see, of course, this building right here, which kind of makes me think of the center building that we've seen in Tilted before, but it has what seems to be like a water tower maybe at the top. That's going to be definitely a place to land for a lot of loot and a lot of brick, of course, but it looks quite isolated actually from the rest of the map. There's definitely a lot of mountains around here, so it's going to be interesting to see the combat situation from there. Obviously you won't be able to shoot long range from here over to there. Let's continue going forward. Okay, so now we are seeing, yeah, so quite how isolated this place is. This really is. You have one tree right here. Apart from that, though, this entire place is basically mountain, building right here. And if we can continue going forward, wow, okay, so straight away, we see a whole new frame, right? So this is really showing a lot of the map. Already we see, of course, the difference in biomes. We have the islands right here, we have the green grass right here, and then suddenly it goes to snow, which would make sense because, of course, we are going into December's Fortnite updates, which makes sense, right? Now, what do we see here really quickly? Because there's a lot to go. Oh, wow. So I actually missed the bus somehow. That's incredible. So, of course, we see the bus right here with a very well-known character / skin right there. The bus looks like it's pretty much stayed the same. And wow, there's actually a lot to look at here. So we have right here, buildings right here. Maybe it looks like a sort of tomato town, sort of, I guess, looking place right here as far as sort of the size of the town is concerned. Then we have a bridge right here, red bridge right there. We have another point of interest over here. That also looks like another point of interest. It looks like this island looks very different already to what we've seen in Chapter 2 as far as the segmentation goes. I think, realistically, I think that there were more POIs, or at least they were further and farther apart. This time around, it looks like there's smaller POIs and there's a few more of them potentially. Continue coming out, and we can of course see some more POIs right here. One POI right there. We have a bridge that is connected by a road essentially, so I assume we will see cars in this chapter. We see a POI right here. For those of you who aren't aware, POI means point of interest, and that point of interest is a location on each map. So Tilted Towers was a point of interest, Holly Heads was a point of interest, Pleasant Park, Weeping Woods, you get the idea. We have a lot of trees going on around here, a lot of mats to farm with, I'm assuming. And then if we can continue going, that's an interesting glider, it looks like. And this is sort of the fuller map that we can see from here. The sun, actually, I don't know if this is just because of the trailer or not, but it actually looks better graphics in my opinion over here. And we can see a lot of POIs at this point, which I think we can go over at some point. Wow, so now we go into what seems to be looking at the chapter. Oh, of course, so this was the Polish leak I see now. Okay, so this, I don't know what's happening in between this map and this map. That looks like Flush Factory to me. But we definitely have something going on in between, right? Sort of, it's definitely not 2D. We definitely have a 3D thing going on there, and it takes us to a spacey background, right? So now we go over to the next point of interest, and we see here a deserty area. We've seen plenty of desert areas in Fortnite before. This is no different. We see a building right here, which it definitely looks like an apartment block, if you like. We have maybe some golf carts. I see a car right there. And I definitely see opportunities for some longer range combat than we've seen before. I think it's going to be interesting. That's going to be really interesting, actually. I'm excited to see and play this out, where people will be obviously sniping from different sort of heights, if you like. There are a lot more heights, I think, that I'm seeing right now than before. Of course, we have a boat right here, so nothing's changed there. I do wonder what sort of new mechanics we'll see. I think I see a motorbike there. That might be a motorbike. I think that's a motorbike. In fact, we have a motorbike there, maybe. We definitely have a quad there. That's interesting. Continue going forward, and we have a... Wow. Oh, okay. So this looks like a POI that we've actually seen before. I wonder if it's coming back. I can't remember. For the life of me, I can't remember what it's called. But we've definitely seen this place before. We've definitely seen racetracks in Fortnite for Chapter 1, of course. I think it was Chapter 1 at least. Where, of course, now we have a taxi with the big wheels on. And then we have two of the faster cars with big wheels on. Of course, this is a POI where we can sort of loot up from here. Like I say, this does look very similar to what we've seen actually before in Chapter 1. We have a Spillex actually advert over there, which is interesting. And we have, yeah, a building up here to loot from, a place up here from sort of, I guess, recon, if you like, where we can see higher above. We have a statue actually all the way up here. I'm interested to see what that statue actually shows. And already we are 7 minutes into this video. Okay, so now we go over to here. So we've gone from the desert, and now we are in the winter forest, right? We see what looks like, is that an animal? It definitely looks like an animal. I see two eyes, some sort of hair, if you like, but if that's a rock, I'm going to feel really stupid. I think it's an animal. Either way. And then we have trees right here that we can obviously farm from. Now we have, this looks like a new shotgun to me. I have never seen the shotgun before. I could be really wrong. And also, this AR looks different too. So it looks like we're actually seeing characters sort of jump on logs and shoot from there. And actually, then we have a whole scene of other places too. I would imagine that this isn't all Battle Royale. I would assume that this will be, you know, creative and other things. I'm assuming these are all ways to get XP though for the Battle Pass. Then we see a new character here with what seems to be a car essentially, but obviously it's like a toy car that you can ride. Then we have two new characters right here with Canyon Plaza, so I'd imagine that will be some sort of retail commercial estate. Maybe it'd be interesting if you could actually buy from the shops there. Then we have three new characters right here looking really interesting. We have one character here that looks fairly normal, then we have another character that here looks fairly normal, but then we have what looks like to be some sort of different race of character, which is definitely interesting. And then we have Spidey. Okay, so that's a confirmation right there, I think it's fair to say. And then if we go further on, we actually see a bunch of weapons and basically chaos. Now, realistically, I don't think that this is going to be normal. Obviously, this is just for trailers because no one actually plays like this in Fortnite, ever. You have a couple of people who have obviously built up right here. And, of course, the taxi cab explodes. And it's a whole mayhem of action. That's definitely a weapon. I'm trying to think if we've seen that before. I don't know if we have or not. And if we continue going forward, that's actually the statue that I was wondering about. We're seeing the sliding mechanics. We're finally seeing the sliding mechanics that we've heard of from leakers before. Here, we of course have some sort of buildings over here, some trees. And there's definitely... I wonder actually if you're able to just run on here, or if this is like a place where you have to slide. I can't imagine it being as accurate as it's showing off here when you're sliding, but it'll be interesting to see. And now we actually see wind turbines. So I don't know if we've seen wind turbines before. And are you telling me that we're going to be able to slingshot? I am very confused, but that looks interesting. Okay, that's very interesting. This place looks like a lot more water than we've seen before. It's very exciting. This looks a lot more dynamic than the worlds that we've seen before in Fortnite, which I like this. We have some new tents, it looks like. At least new tent assets. I think these are new NPCs as well, which you would expect, of course. And then we can even... Okay, so you can actually put down your own tent, it looks like, where you can then, it seems to like, I don't know, you can buy certain weapons. You can see right here, the Hunter Bolt Action Sniper. And then if we continue going forward, we see that you can continue... Okay, so you can do this in a number of places. This looks like... This... I was going to say risky, but it's not risky. I could see that big board there, but I'm not sure actually what POI this is. This looks like a different POI to me. But we definitely see a lot of sort of desert POI here, a lot of dry POI. I do wonder what this is about. Why do we see llamas on a on a cushion? Of course, realistically, oh, we've seen this. This POI was here during Chapter 1. It was near the volcano, wasn't it? I remember this. And we have a bloody big llama character right here. So I'm assuming that'll be part of the battle pass. Then we see a village right here. This is, yeah, so this entire map looks, as you can imagine, I mean, it would make sense, but it's just a totally different even feel, I think, of what a map will look like. This makes it look more, I think it looks more, honestly, it has more livable places, right? It has more of like a feel of like it's an actual place that you could tangibly see in real life, because everything else we've seen in Fortnite looks fairly broken and looks like something that you wouldn't necessarily live in. But this looks like a fairly healthy area, honestly. You know, you see right here is some houses. They don't look all broken up or anything like that. We then see a gas station over here. Definitely looks like an actual community, a place where you can get a community. Here, of course, we go back to what we've seen before, where it's kind of like broken up house a little bit, and then we see again in Canyon Plaza. Then we have this now. Oh, okay, so well, we all know who that is, right? So we see him as a statue there with a wind turbine right here. Interesting stuff. And then this is a bigger overview. Then we have spider webs, big spider webs. I wonder what that's about. We have the Daily Bugle, okay, where that looks again kind of like tilted in some ways. Oh, so that definitely was an animal. That's like a dinosaur animal. That's really cool. And then we have right here this sort of we have this village looking area right here. I think that's actually what we have already seen in the, I think this may well be in here somewhere. This might be around this thing right here. I could be wrong, but that's what it kind of looks like. Is there a pier? Yeah, there's a pier. So that looks like what that would be. And then if we continue going forward, so we have the tornadoes. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Oh, wow. So we have some really dynamic weather going on now. That's crazy. So that's going to be very anti-competitive probably, but it'll be interesting to see how that works. We have a lot more sort of weather dynamics for sure, which is going to be interesting to see how that cycles. With that being said, though, that is a quick, not so quick, 12-minute, but still quick overview of what we have seen in the Fortnite Chapter 3 Battle Pass trailer. This is not the gameplay trailer. Normally, I think we see a Battle Pass trailer and a cinematic trailer or something along those lines. So, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to Fortnite Hub for more information over Fortnite Chapter 3. Have a great day. See you in the next Fortnite video.